Good morning, today 292. It's Monday morning, cloudy but awesomely hot as always. Anyone new to the channel, as always, please like and subscribe to this beautiful group of people. What are we doing today? Yesterday we didn't really work because everyone decided to have a day off. So the supervisor came in and a part-time carpenter were at the weekend. So really yesterday wasn't a job day, they just cleared up a little bit. So today, what are we doing today? The main thing really is trying to plaster the outside of the garage and lose some of the technical term for it is pistedness. Walls that don't seem to be straight is the technical terminology for it. So anyway, what's happening today? Let me show you what's happening at the rear. So this part of the building here was built by a bricklaying couple that aren't on site anymore. They didn't seem to pull that many lines, which means that most of the time when they pull things in, they did them slightly off, either that way or that way. So this wall itself that they did, unfortunately, is leaning inwards. So we've done the wall as straight as we physically can, and then we've now pulled lines from this corner here all the way down to this corner, and this side here, there's a line there you can just about see. The line going through here is absolutely fine, but when you get to about here, we start being about half an inch, and when we get to here, it's about 3/4 inch to an inch inwards. So as you can see all these lines on the wall, we scored all of the wall, and now what we're having to do is to plaster that outwards to try and lose the building leaning in. So this beam here was poured and the boxing was a little bit out, so we've scored that off. This has all been well greeted, that needs to be done as well, and this is then going to be plastered all the way through. So this wall isn't that bad, but it still needs to have quite a bit of work done and quite a bit of plaster. So labourer and mason working here. Then we have another labourer and mason working down here doing the same thing here. So we've pulled a line from this corner all the way down, and there is a large proportion of this wall that is not straight. So quite a large amount of mortar's gone onto this wall here, and it's going to have to be quite thick all the way down, then it loses it here where we trim this off, and we should be able to get reasonably thin when it comes down to this side. So as you can see, we've already got a scratch coat on there, and you're talking, I don't know, just under 1/4 inch. So it's worse the higher up you go. So we should have about 1/2 inch, if not 3/4 inch there all the way along. So anyway, it's just eye for detail. Some people wouldn't see it, but you will see it. If it's a big wall, it's going to be white. You want to try and make sure it's as straight as you can. Downside to that is we're using quite a bit of concrete, unfortunately, to do it. So that's being done, and at the same time as that happening, we're also trying to prepare the front as well, because that's got to be done. So one thing we've had to do is get the bloody Kango out as always, hilty as they call it, and we're having to hilty out this much. So you can see how much is actually coming out of the wall itself to get that corner flush, to ensure that we can plaster it and plaster it right. So there's quite a bit of overcast at the top, so we need to be really careful in and around where the pipe work is, but this is not too bad. We should be able to plaster all the way around here. Tracing in the house. So we should be able to take this straight up, straight away along, but here we would have come right out. So obviously they're having to go back into the beam itself to make sure we can get that straight. So that's what we're doing today. Today's task really is getting the outside scratch coated or plastered, one or both. Yeah. Inside we're having skirting boards put on the pantry. The doors have been varnished in here, which is good. The bathroom door, the WC door in the house is actually off being satin wood as we speak. There's a bit of sanding going on some of the door frames and walls in here ready to paint. Obviously that's ready to be done as well now. So yeah, today it's the skirting boards inside. There's a few parts of the walls been compounded, they need to be sanded down, they need to be painted. There's probably about 3-4 of those that need to be done. The WC system's got to be sanded down, that's had a second coat this morning, and that's ready to be fitted the top. So pretty much, apart from that, that's pretty much done. We need another lock. I'm a lock short, so I need a lock for the bathroom door, and we can put the door back on and fit all the furniture onto that. I've just fitted the washing machine the washing machine pipe and the drainage, so that washing machine can be pushed back in again. And I'm just about to fit the skirting boards in and around the pantry. So let me quickly show you what I mean. very briefly in here. So we're just actually emptying out all of this because the scaffolds can go into here, and the washing machine itself. Bit of a junkyard at the moment. We've had to redo the piping in here, put one of the bent elbows on here so the washing machine can go flusher backwards because it was a straight pipe coming straight out. And then tomorrow the kitchen fitters are coming back to finish in here. So that is the aim. We still have a few things in here to finish off. For instance, that's got to be filled up here, and this whole thing's got to be sanded down. That's pretty much nearly done, so it's ready to have that pretty much finished off. This whole hallway's got to be painted right through at some stage, but we're going to leave that for now. And it's just finishing off the skirting boards and chasing the doorman. But other than that, we're good to go. So give me a like and a subscribe down below and comment. I asked you for some assistance last week, so anything you've got on there, let me know. Any ideas, I'm all ears, that's for sure. So I'll check in. It's now 20 to 11. I'll check in throughout the day on things that are going on. And hopefully these guys can stop hilting through my head. That'd be great. See you soon. Okay, we're at 20 to 2. Let's have a quick check-in. Okay, we've had a couple of issues because what we're trying to do at the moment is not spend or waste time and money on beams all the time that we don't know, number one, what's coming next, and number two, what they're going to be intended for. So perfect example, this front one, we filled in some of the actual honeycomb that we had from the pour, which is great. But we've now actually assessed that the front of the beam, unfortunately, is leaning out. So we've got two options. You either chase the top of the beam to bring it in, which is noisy, messy, and time consuming. Two, it also means that you're now going to start taking off what you've already put on. So not only are you wasting the concrete that was poured, you're also wasting the concrete you put on the front and the honeycomb in the first place. And three, the other option obviously is to leave it where it is, but then plaster all the way down, which means you plaster over the plaster you've already done. So either one of the options is bloody expensive and bloody time consuming. So at the moment, we've got that all the way around at the moment. So the guys are trying to think, so we stop wasting time and money, my time and my money. So,
yeah, 4 feet. Yeah, 4 away, yeah.
have a quick look at the back. The back's a little bit different. Like I said this morning, the wall over here is out, so we decided to take it to the far window and then lose that this way, all the way this way. Yeah, so they've chased off the bits that are poking out, and then the hope now is to physically take that all the way along the side. Because it's the rear, it's not so essential. And two, apart from the doorway that's going to go in, then there's nothing else really that's interfering with it. Now on the front, we've got the garage door coming, and the garage door's got to be built down, as this has as well. So this is currently 9 foot. The architecture drawing said 8 foot. So what we did is we took it to 9 foot. That way we can drive in and out of here. If anything happens in the back that's an emergency, we can take this down. So if we put a temporary foot in here, then and anything goes wrong in the back, we can literally take the doors out, take this down, and we can drive through. That's if we have something like a septic tank break, or rather than going to someone else's garden, we can actually come through our own complex. The downside to that is obviously that means now we've got to build a boxing from here down to here. So that's something we've got to do. So that's going to be an 8x3 type situation, and then a set of doors going in here. The front obviously is going to have a garage door built to this. There's definitely going to be some form of 12-inch beam made out of 2 lots of 8x3, and it's also got to be strong enough to house and to keep up the garage door, which is going to be about 130 kilos. So it's not massively heavy. So they've taken out this corner so far, as you can see. So they've taken that corner right back because that corner was quite bad. And what they should be doing now is pulling a line from that to the other side, which they have. And what that line is telling them is that they've got to come out by about ½ an inch all the way down. From the top to the bottom, they've got to do ½ an inch, and then all the way around here, right over to that corner, and all the way back down again. So it means they're going over the mortar that's already there, number one. So it means they're all going back over the mortar that's already there as well. And do we just wait until the garage door arrives so we can actually do the whole thing at the same time? Because obviously what we've got to try and do as well is build a foot boxing in here, and that foot boxing has got to be flush with that wall. So whatever we come out here, that's got to be with it. And ideally it's got to look like one wall. So we're going to have probably a concrete sheet board here and a plaster board here, and it's got to look like it's one wall. So that's going to be entertaining in itself. So do I use, we talked about doing a wood feature, do I do it on there? Do I literally cover all of this with, I don't know, either concrete board or even laminate, for instance, and then do wooden slats all the way along, 1 inch 1 inch by 1 inch battens all the way along here, all the way along, and turn that into a bit of a feature. So when you're looking at the front of the house, you're seeing all of this white here, all this white here, but behind it is white, but with slats coming all the way down, all the way across. This would be a dark grey garage door, slats all the way down here, and it stops there, and this is white, and this is white. It might be quite nice to make that a bit of a feature. So that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking about some form of cedar, you know, battening going all the way down. That'll make that look good, and it also means we'll be able to try and hide behind here the join that's going to allow it being created between that boxing and this top piece here. So that's something that's got to be done. We've also still got to finish off up there in the corner between the house and the garage. I'm very mindful that is that's a weakness between the two, so that's definitely got to be done. Down here, oh, beautiful butterfly. Down here we've got the same thing going on. So we've had to take this piece, well, we were going to take this piece off because that has gone out too much. It's come actually out like that. So that's got to be chased back and blended in. This bit was done as well, and now they're trying to take that all the way down. This has been slightly scored into, so that's going to be plastered as well, and that's going to be lost all the way down there. So we should be okay with that. But anyway, so that's where we are with that. I'm focused on the inside, so I've done the actual skirting boards in the pantry so far, and trying to look at some other bits and bobs whilst I'm there as well. So hopefully we'll get some bits and bobs done. It's 20 to 2. I'll update you as I go. Okay, so we're at 4:45. Not a drastic change from my update earlier on, but let me show you what's going on. We have this black cat that comes in, by the way. Deaf as a post, blind in one eye. Literally walks around like it's king of the castle. Doesn't matter how close you get to it. It's like nothing. Yeah, strange one. The glitch in the matrix. Okay, so the masons were on a little bit of a go slow today. For some unknown reason. They managed to do that scratch coat there and that piece there. So that's one guy. And the other guy did this. So blended in down the base here and up around here. So it's like, wow. It's not a great deal of work, guys. It's not like them. They're normally a lot quicker than that. So I should have a word in the morning because we need to get that finished off. We can't be working at that pace. It's way too slow. Way too slow. On here we've now pulled the lines needed. And it is looking like we're going to have to bring out this a little bit more in order to get that all the way around there straight. So yeah, a bit of a pain, but that's what we're going to have to do. So yeah, go past the cat in the matrix. Literally doesn't bat an eyelid. It's as if he's like not even crazy. Anyway, one thing I did do for my daughter who's 12, who reads about 30 books a week, I thought I'd spend a little bit of time today that I had just clearing out under the trees over the road and putting in some LED solar lights. Now she's under the tree. So yeah, we've got these little solar lights from Cottage. Little solar panel there, and they link up, and it's all the old-fashioned LED bulbs. So tonight it should look pretty cool under there. But we just gave it a sweep out underneath there. She created herself a little path. Bless her. So she's been under there today, getting a bit of me time. Fair play to her. We put the first stage of this as well. So that's been taken out now. So it was a manhole. It's been taken out, taken right back, rebarred today, and that's been concreted, and then we'll finish that off completely flush. So that'll be nice in there, and we'll get that done. And at the same time, we've had the doors painted satin wood today. We finished off the varnishing, and there's a bit more of the sanding and painting took place in the cottage today. So all in all, not a bad day. I didn't set the world on fire, but we made a small dent in some small things. So more to be done tomorrow. So fingers crossed we'll get the guys a bit more focused tomorrow and try and get a little bit more done. But anyway, like and subscribe before I disappear. Comment like mad if you could. Anything you see that I've done wrong, tell me. Anything I've done right, stick a little thumbs up. And any ideas you're seeing around the planet at the moment you think would be good here, then let me know, because I'll always consider anything. So failing that, have a good night, and I will see you bright and breezy tomorrow. Take care.